Kingdom Hearts is a series that you'd be excused for if you'd gotten a little confused with the timeline or what exactly is going on, but that hasn't stopped it from being a fantastic series that tells an engaging, magical plot, and Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue is no exception. Aqua's always been one of our favourite characters in the series, and she takes a lead role in the brand new game included in this collection, Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep: A Fragmentary Passage, which is set after the events of Birth by Sleep and during the first Kingdom Hearts. This new content's pretty brief and clocks in at just over 2 hours if you skip the side content, and it mainly consists of finding items and defeating hordes of enemies. Aqua's trapped in the realm of darkness and is fighting to find a way out and to be reunited with her friends Terra and Ventus. It isn't a stretch to say that A Fragmentary Passage is more of a tech demo as to what Kingdom Hearts 3 will be like more than its own thing. And this collection is lacking in the ways that the other two collections weren't. Both of those are 2 full games along with HD cutscenes from another game. Other than learning that Aqua is in the realm of darkness and what Mickey Mouse was doing during the events of the original Kingdom Hearts, there isn't much information to glean from the new content, though it looks and feels great, and it certainly does leave you wanting more. Dream Drop Distance, which was previously exclusive to the Nintendo 3DS, Dream Drop Distance 3DS, see what they did there? Is arguably the biggest reason to be picking up Kingdom Hearts 2.8. Dream Drop Distance takes place towards the end of the Kingdom Hearts timeline, and plays a vital role in the series' overall lore and story, so it's an enticing game to now have on PS4. Sora and Riku are put through the Mark of Mastery exam from Yen Sid to prove that they're Keyblade Masters and are tasked with awakening 7 worlds and bringing them back to the realm of light. You play as both Sora and Riku, and whilst you can switch between the two at will, you're eventually forced to switch between them as part of the game's drop mechanic. Yes, this can sometimes be a tad frustrating. Regardless, it's odd to think that this was once 3DS exclusive considering how important to the overall story it is, and those who missed out will love revisiting the characters and gameplay that they know, and it's a solid engaging entry in the series. It introduces a few new cool features such as creating and using monsters in battle, and you can play with them and train them too, as well as use Reality Shift to pick up and sling items at enemies and get around quicker with the series' free flow system to swing around poles and other pieces of the environment, and you can attack from doing this too. A Fragmentary Passage feels incredibly smooth and responsive, and it's exciting to know that Kingdom Hearts 3 will feel even better. Dream Drop Distance feels a little dated in comparison, which is likely partially due to it originally being on the 3DS, but you can't really get around that. It is worth playing though. More Kingdom Hearts is never a bad thing. Both installments stick to the series' ARPG roots, where you can access physical and magical attacks, as well as items from a menu in real time. Being able to revisit Disney worlds has been a delight, and seeing familiar faces once again is wonderful. For those looking for something more, replay is invited through the proud and critical modes, which will push your skills and reactions to the limit. Graphically, A Fragmentary Passage looks amazing, though it doesn't seem quite up to scratch with the most recent builds of Kingdom Hearts 3. Regardless, it's beautiful, and we're yearning for more. Dream Drop Distance, dropping of course the 3D from its 3DS title, looks notably better than it did on 3DS, but there's only so much you can do considering it isn't a full-on remake. It's actually pretty amazing in general how good they have made it look. Kingdom Hearts has always had a lovely aesthetic, and it isn't lost in either game. It proves to be an absolute delight for the eyes. And of course, it's always nice to see Aqua in HD. You can unlock customization options too, such as headgear and other items, and you can change the colour of her main outfit. If you can't get enough of the visuals, then the Kingdom Hearts key back cover movie is for you, and clocks in at a little over an hour. This tells the story of the Foretellers and expands the series' lore. This is brand new content, and it's nice to kick back and watch an original movie based on one of our favourite series. We realised that the other collections had movies too, but they were in the form of HD cutscenes from other games in the series, rather than being brand new original content like Key Back Cover is. Fans will be able to glean a lot from Key Back Cover, but even though this takes place at the start of the series timeline, it's definitely not where you want to start. This also ties into the mobile game Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, so it's nice to be able to experience that game's story without playing it, if mobile games aren't of interest to you or you just don't have the ability to play them.
The road collapsed when the clock advanced. If only I made it in time.
The original voice talent return to reprise their roles, and it's wonderful hearing their voices again. We've always adored Willa Holland's Aqua. Jason Doring returns as Terra, while Haley Joel Osment, David Gallagher, and Alison Stoner breathe new life into Sora, Riku, and Kairi. They may not get to say too much in a fragmentary passage, but it's great to hear from them again. Sadly, if you were looking to see Hayden Panettiere reprise her role as Kairi, then you're out of luck. The Disney characters are as colourful as ever, and you get a good helping of Mickey Mouse here.
Are you?
Be gone!
Other than that, the music is as catchy as it's always been, featuring sweeping orchestral tracks that play at your nostalgia. The new remix of Simple and Clean is outstanding. Other than Dream Drop Distance, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 is a brief but precious look at what the future holds for Kingdom Hearts. We are satisfied with what's on offer, but there's a notable lack of content compared to some of the previous collections, although this one does boast fresher content. However, the new stuff can be breathed through in a few short hours. If you're a big fan of this series, then chances are you're already sold on the promise of more Kingdom Hearts. Please don't necessarily use this as an entry point to the series, and play through 1.5 and 2.5 HD remixes first, otherwise you're just going to be way too confused. Both of these are releasing in one collection at the end of March on PS4, so that's going to be good, and they're already available on PS3 if that's more your thing. We're very eagerly awaiting Kingdom Hearts 3, and Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue clearly shows that Square Enix still know what they're doing with the series.